Pollution, it's a word we hear often, a problem that touches every corner of our planet. From the air we breathe to the water we drink, pollution knows no boundaries. It is a silent threat, often invisible to the naked eye, yet its consequences are dire. Our planet, our home, is slowly being poisoned by the byproducts of our actions. We have come a long way as a species, achieving remarkable technological advancements. But our progress has come at a cost. The very industries that drive our modern lives often release harmful substances into the environment. These pollutants contaminate our air, water and soil, creating a toxic legacy for generations to come. The time to act is now. We must understand the enemy we face and take collective action to combat this invisible threat. Pollution is not a singular entity. It takes on many forms, each with its unique way of wreaking havoc. Air pollution, a consequence of industrial emissions and vehicle exhaust, hangs like a suffocating blanket over our cities. Microscopic particles infiltrate our lungs, leading to respiratory problems and other health issues. Water pollution, another grave concern, arises from industrial waste, agricultural runoff and untreated sewage. Our rivers, lakes and oceans are becoming dumping grounds for toxic chemicals, endangering aquatic life and threatening our own access to clean water. Soil pollution, often overlooked, is no less significant. Pesticides, herbicides and industrial byproducts seep into the ground, contaminating the very soil from which our food grows. This contamination can have far-reaching consequences for both human health and ecosystem stability. These various forms of pollution are interconnected, often exacerbating one another. For instance, air pollutants can settle on water bodies, further degrading water quality. This interconnectedness makes tackling pollution a complex challenge that demands a comprehensive and integrated approach. The consequences of pollution are far-reaching and devastating. Air pollution alone is responsible for millions of premature deaths globally each year. Respiratory illnesses, cardiovascular problems, and even cancer have been linked to prolonged exposure to polluted air. Water pollution not only harms aquatic life, but also poses significant risks to human health. Contaminated water can spread diseases like cholera and typhoid, while heavy metals and other toxins can accumulate in the food chain, eventually reaching our plates. The impact of pollution on the environment is equally alarming. Climate change, driven in part by air pollution, is causing sea levels to rise, glaciers to melt, and extreme weather events to become more frequent and severe. Ocean acidification, a direct result of increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, is threatening marine ecosystems and the livelihoods of millions who depend on them. The loss of biodiversity, driven by habitat destruction and pollution, is another stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet's systems. The situation may seem dire, but there is still hope. We are not powerless in the face of this challenge. Each and every one of us has a role to play in reducing pollution and creating a healthier planet. We can choose to walk, cycle, or use public transportation whenever possible, reducing our reliance on cars. We can conserve energy at home by switching to energy-efficient appliances and reducing our overall energy consumption. Supporting sustainable businesses and products is another powerful way to make a difference. By choosing to buy from companies committed to environmentally friendly practices, we send a clear message that we demand change. We can also become advocates for change in our communities, urging our leaders to implement stricter environmental regulations and invest in renewable energy sources. The fight against pollution is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires sustained effort, innovation, and above all, a collective will to protect our planet for generations to come. Let us be the generation that turns the tide against pollution and leaves behind a legacy of a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable world.